Wednesday, September 11th, and day 33 on the Colorado Trail. I'm here in Silverton, trying to catch a ride back up to the Mullis Pass trailhead. Just stick on my thumb. And no luck. Bought a breakfast sandwich from one of the restaurants, so I'm looking forward to that as a nice treat today. We'll see what happens. Well, I'm just back on the trailhead. You can see Highway 550 behind me. And if I had stayed in that car, in the pickup, they would have driven me through Ouray and through Montrose. So, kind of tempting to get reunited with the kids and Lisa and the cats. But I'm back on the trail for another few days. We'll see what happens. My hitch from Silverton to the Mullis Pass trailhead was super easy. Probably waited less than 15 minutes. And pickup hauling a camper pulls out of one of the side streets, and I think, hauling a camper, chances are low. But they pull right over to where I am. And so Joel and Lucretia and their dog Sergeant gave me a ride. They're from southeast Oklahoma, where I had a project once when I was working for Summit Engineering in Alamosa. We had a project in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, which is not that far away from where they live. And they'd been camping in this area for a month and just on their way home. And as I said, in an hour they'd be in Ouray. 45 minutes, you'd be in Montrose. Okay, here I go. How pretty is this? This is Mullis Lake, a campground. What a fun place this would be to stay. Today there's about 1,000 feet of elevation gain over the first 10 miles or so. And I need to be careful because the weather forecast is for thunderstorms at 12 or 1. So I don't want to time my being at the top when there's thunderstorms. Lost some bike packers filling up water at that last little creek. There's lots of water running availability on this segment, so I don't need to carry a big load of water. I am loaded up with a bunch of food for taking me all the way to the Durango trailhead. So my pack's not the lightest, but not too bad. And in the meantime, again, I'll flip this around. Let's look at this scenery. In other news, there's a big bubble of, big, half a dozen hikers ahead of me that I ran into in Silverton as I was buying groceries. And one of them was Tiffany, who I haven't hiked with since pretty early days on the trail. So nice to get caught up with a few of them. And they're planning to hike much farther distances each day. So I probably won't see them again. But who knows? Wonder when big trees like this grew up here so high. Hi, good morning. Hey. I'm afraid I'm disturbing a lot of birds here. They're flying up out of the wind. How could it get any better than this? Nice smooth trail, full resupply of snacks, including this concoction of crushed up Fritos and pretzels. There's some songbirds singing off in the willows next to me. And here's the view. Thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you, family and friends. And thank you, Colorado Trail Foundation. Here's some chunky conglomerate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Last person.
Thank you. There are thunderstorms predicted for this afternoon, and I do hear a little bit of thunder, so I'm going to make use of these campsites and have a long lunch and see what happens. Feeling pretty fortunate that I had time to come over to this campsite and set up while it's still dry. This is the first time I've set up the tent during the day to wait out a storm. Sure was the right thing to do. Hopefully this will distract me from the storm. Now it's falling. Well, the birds evidently feel like the storm is over. They've started singing again. And the rain and hail has passed on, but I can still hear thunder in the distance. That was one yummy sandwich. If it were only a little bit warmer, I'd be ready for a nap. Well, that storm passed. The sun came out. I heard some hikers go past as I was almost dozing. So I came out, packed up the tent, and started hiking. And then another storm broke over the ridge. So I am currently wrapped up in the tent just as sort of a tarp and tucked into some pine trees. And I hope this storm passes quickly. We'll see what happens. Okay, sky seems to be brightening. The lightning and thunder sounds more distant, so it's passing. is not my favorite way to spend an afternoon. You can see the storm passing behind me, and the sun is trying to break out where I'm going next. So things are looking up. It's really gorgeous. Everything is. Both where I'm going to. Nice sunny sky. And that storm that passed through, or storms. I'm trying to remind myself that the scary thunderstorms and this muddy trail aren't things to be annoyed with. Or, anyways, it's just part of the experience. And this is also part of why I'm out here. So, I'm trying to remind myself of that. It's kind of working. Well, reached the top of the pass for today, and here's what's coming up next. To those trees and lakes and see about a campsite maybe. Speed shuffling down the mountain, and finally looked back and saw these inclined beds exposed on it. Trail surface. So smooth and cushy. Light. It's gorgeous. Oh boy, I am glad to see these tent sites. I've been running on fumes for I don't know how long. This will do just fine, I think.